is up? What is up? We are back. Black in the building. Man. It's cold to the motherfucker outside. I tell you that. Man, what is going on? I hope a lot of motherfuckers out there handling business and working. Boy. We about to get into some real shit today. Man. Whoever ain't owned this stock, you better get on this shit. Why niggas is worried about Michelle Obama's hairdo? Elon Musk and them niggas is moving that stock, nigga. Like niggas move dominoes in this motherfucker. So, man, we about to get into a lot of shit, man. Shout out to everybody at the corporate plantation handling business. Doing what you need to do to survive. Shout out to all my Sambos and coons out there. I know it's plenty of y'all niggas out there right now. It's probably a nigga telling on somebody at the job right now. Nigga always telling on somebody. So, shout out to all them motherfuckers as well. Shout out to everybody that ain't telling on somebody and just going to work and doing what they need to do. And shout out to all the motherfuckers that get up and, get all dressed up because they can't wait to get a pat on the head so they can, thanks, boss. I'm glad I did what I need to do, boss. Thank you. I appreciate it. So shout out to all them Sambo coons, tell them about the gun line. Steven from Django ass niggas that's not handling business but get a kick out of kissing ass. One thing I can tell you, kiss ass, you could die first. You be known as a nigga that was just kissing ass. So, shout out to all you niggas that's out there that's trying to make a way out of no way. Shout out to all you motherfuckers that's entrepreneurs. Shout out to everybody that's reading, researching, and doing what the fuck that they need to do. We gonna get into a lot of shit today, man. I can't be on long because I got a lot of shit to do. I'm tired as motherfucker. At that corn plantation, working at the gold mine, going down. Fuck out of here. Shout out to all the motherfuckers that, that know what it is to be at the corn plantation and ain't got time for the bullshit. So shout out to y'all. And man, we about to get into it, man. And shout out to all you Jesus motherfuckers that all we gotta do is pray, man. Because if we pray, Joe Biden gonna take care of the rest. The fuck out of here, man. But we gonna get into it, man. Man. I don't know what has been going on with y'all, man, but it's a lot of shit that's been going on. The first thing I'm gonna get into right now, man, I hope everybody, black folk, man, it's time for y'all to start investing in yourself, investing in your wealth. And I'm not an expert and I don't claim to be an expert, but I can tell you right now, man, each one got to teach one a little bit that I do know. You know what I'm saying? I try to share as much as I can. And man, it's been some major movements on the stock market right now. And I was just looking at this shit and it trips me out, man, because I think black folk are so enamored with Joe Biden being the president and Kamala Harris. Niggas ain't even looking at what they got going on over there. Why niggas is looking at Kamala Harris and Joe 94 crime bill Biden and all the bullshit they got going on, right? Why they got you all twisted and all encapsulated in they bullshit. Niggas on the stock market is getting this bread, man. And it kind of really sparked my interest because I was looking at GameStop. Oh, I'm getting right into it, man. GameStop is a place where kids, go buy video games and shit. Well, now they're making everything digital where you don't even really need a GameStop. Now, my dumb ass, I'm not finna come on here and act like I'm the guru. Now, this is my dumb ass. Now, I was looking at GameStop like 2 years ago, right? The shit, and then it just started slowly declining. I forgot what it was, but I know the motherfucker dropped to like $2-3 a share in this bitch. Damn near to $1. And I was like, man, I ain't fucking with that shit. I ain't fucking with that shit at all, man. Fuck all that. I got other shit to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Let me watch this Laker game or some shit. I remember it was something I was distracted with. And then all of a sudden, it started going up. And I'm not even really paying attention because I don't check my portfolio as much as I should. But I'm all these niggas talking about, man, you better get in stock and all. See, this is what you get. This is what happens sometimes when you be slipping. You're not paying attention. Shit, I look on the Robinhood and my shit was going off. Ooh, because I GameStop, and I think the ticker is GME, if I'm not mistaken. The shit, kept coming up on my shit. But I don't got no stock invested in it. And I'm like, damn, this shit like 190. I'm like, why the fuck is this shit 190? I'm still not clicking. Then the shit went to like 210, then 215, then 320. I'm like, God damn. And I had like $50. I was like, man, I'm gonna just take 50. I'm gonna just buy a whole bunch of cheap $1, $2 stock. I could have got 10 of them motherfuckers. 10. I could have paid. If I'd have put 100, if I'd have bought $100 worth of stock, nigga would have made a G. 3, 4 G's. Who knows? That's 3 or 4 times I done slipped up. And the reason why I'm talking about this shit is because you gotta invest in yourself, and scared money don't make no money. I advise everybody right now, you need to start, get out of the matrix, stop watching CNN and watching these clown ass motherfuckers on CNN, and get in the fucking game. Cause my dumb ass not paying attention to it. And I check my portfolio probably all the time, cause Robinhood gonna let you know it. But this is what happens when you get caught slipping. You got so much other stuff going on. You gotta be on top of your shit. I'm always use myself as an example. This shit happened twice. The first time it happened with Kathy Hughes stock. TV1. Y'all watch TV1 unsung. I'm watching TV1 and I'm looking at the stock and I'm like, damn. Now, when I first bought TV1, I only bought like 12 shares. The shit was like 65 cents a share. And my gut was like, why don't you just buy like $50 or $100 worth of shares? Who gives a fuck, my nigga? But yet again, getting distracted, got other shit going on. Woke up one day, my shit was going off. Kathy Hughes stock, TV1 went from 65 cents to $2 to 10 to $40 a share. Scary money don't make no money. I'm telling you, man, right now, get in the game, man. Motherfuckers need to stop bullshitting and resting your head on Kamala Harris being an AKA and fucking Joe Biden saving niggas, which he already told y'all niggas he ain't doing nothing for y'all. And y'all better get in this game. If you go get you some books. YouTube is your friend, and whatever you can't learn on YouTube, you can read. And the reason why I tell you about this, because if you read Powernomics, if you read Black Labor White Wealth, Dr. Claude Anderson already talks about how most, the dominant white society, their money is tied up in money market accounts, mutual funds, IRAs, CDs, stocks, bonds. This is where their money is tied up in. Look, the internet is your friend. Google is your friend. So I don't want to hear a nigga talking about he didn't know about the stock and he didn't know. And I'm tired of niggas talking about, oh, stock is gambling. And then they don't want to do the research. And then we want to kind of throw niggas off of the trail of the stock because we don't really know about it. When you don't know about some shit and you speaking on it, you just being ignorant. Because you don't really know what the fuck is going on. Now, a lot of motherfuckers, when they'll tell you, oh, that's gambling. No, that's day trading. And I'll show you the book and I'll get into that a little bit later on. But I'm telling y'all niggas right now, man, get in the game. The reason why I'm saying that shit is because if black folk got into reading, researching on the stock just a little bit like they are into Jesus, like how they are into horoscopes and all this other bullshit, a lot of more black folks will be wealthy in the long run. And the reason why I say this is because there's a couple of times I could have made some bread real quick. Just follow my gut, follow my instinct and be like, fuck it. I'm gonna just do that shit. But the nigga always be distracted and got other shit going on and bullshitting. And I had a great conversation today too. And throughout the conversations that I have, I always try to pick up certain things that I can learn. And the thing that I learned was, niggas, stop being lazy and handle business. Because don't nobody give a fuck about you having to work at the corporate plantation. Nobody cares about that. Bottom line, motherfuckers want to know what it is and what it ain't. And I just kind of learned from that shit, and I was just like, man, I slipped up on that shit. And I was just kind of frustrated because I've been on Robinhood. And for most black folks, let me just tell you something. Most trading platforms is going to charge you a trade. So every time you make a trade, they charge you commission off the trades you make. I know because I got fucking Merrill Edge. And when I first started trading and reading and trading, I didn't really understand a little bit. So I try to do some research. I do the research. Every time I make a trade, these niggas is charging me $5. So if I want to buy 10 shares and each share is at $2. So you got to pay that fee plus the commission fee. So when Robinhood came along, and I heard Dr. Boyce Watkins talk about that shit, so I hop on it. The shit is free. So I'm telling niggas, and I can only talk about things that I've experienced. You try to tell niggas, man, and I get it. This is part of the conversation I had. Niggas judge a nigga by your exterior materials that you display. And the reason why I say that is because a nigga's always gonna be like, what are those? What kind of shoes you got on? What, why should I listen to you? You ain't got shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of it is too, is because we put in rap how we want to be like the Jews. And I'm getting this Jewish money and all this other stuff. Well, let me tell you something about the white Jewish community. They'll never tell you how much money that they got. They're never gonna show you. They're never gonna drive the best cars and let you know how much they got, because they don't give a fuck about what you think about them. Because their whole goal, mission, and how they've been socialized is to create generational wealth for the next generation of children. So white Jewish people are gonna go shop at the Goodwill. They're gonna go shop at Opportunity Village. They don't care where they get it because they don't care for the most part. Now the younger generation might care, but the older generation of the white Jewish community, they don't care. And of course, they run the banks. We know that already. There's no need to get into all that. But I'm going to just tell you how they operate. Because when I used to be in this beat making crew, I've told this story before. It was a white Jewish cat that used to make hip hop beats with me. Real cool dude. And when 9/11 happened, I'll never forget, his pops worked on the strip. And when 9/11 happened, all I did was I'd go over his house and we'd be making beats and shit. And for months, for like the first month, I didn't say nothing. The second month, niggas is nosy. Because I know in my household, that 9/11 shit happened. That shit was fucking up jobs, money, everything. So I asked my white Jewish homeboy, I'm like, damn, man, your dad ain't tripping about that? His dad used to be sitting on the couch watching TV. I was like, man, your dad ain't tripping about that shit? The white Jewish homeboy was like, oh, nah, man. This was 20-something years ago. He was like, oh, nah. My grandfather, white Jewish man, made my dad, when he was younger than us, buy stock in bonds. So all my dad did was sell some stock and sell some bonds. He's got a whole bunch of them. He's been buying them since he was 18. His dad was like 45 or 50. His dad was like 48, 49 or 50 or some shit like that. This was 20-something years ago. And he was like, yeah, so my dad just sells stock and he's good for a couple months. And then he'll sell some more bonds and he's good. And I was like, damn, for real? And I was like, what is that? And I was like, you talking about like from Wall Street? Like Monopoly shit? He was like, yeah. And the white Jewish dude, he didn't even really know. The nigga that was in my crew, he didn't really know that much. He was just telling me what he knew on the surface because he was all in the hip hop and shit. And I'm like, so I'm questioning him. I was like, so how you buy stock? He was like, I don't know, man. My grandfather made my dad buy it when he was young. When he was like 16, 17. And then when he was 18, my dad just kept making my dad buy bonds and buy stock. I'll never forget that shit as long as I fucking live. Then I got taught that when I was in econ. I remember my economics teacher told me, he was like, let me tell you something. Nigga, I'm in the back of the economic class. I can only tell you about my fuckers. I'm in the back of the economics class looking at the East Bay book, looking at Jordans and shit I'm gonna buy. He trying to teach us about stock. So niggas can't never say that they ain't tell you, because nigga, I can tell you one thing, nigga. My LA Unified School District or San Gabriel Valley School District, whatever the fuck you want to call it, nigga, I learned about stock when I was in high school. I just didn't think it was gonna relate to nothing because I wasn't socialized that way. So I remember white dude, he was a cool white dude too, and he told me, he said, sir, you might want to pay attention to this because you might think this is not affecting you now, but you need to learn this because this is what runs the world. So you might want to put those magazines away and pay attention to that. And I paid attention just enough to learn what the fuck he was saying, but I never thought I was going to learn it. You know why? Because I wasn't socialized and learned nothing about the stock. Now back then, Amazon was being traded for $17 And I think by the time I graduated from high school, it was traded for $25 a share. That was Amazon. $25 motherfucking dollars a share. Amazon damn near $4,000 right now. So I'm gonna tell you, man, you better invest in yourself. And the reason why I'm talking this shit too is because that's twice. I ain't gonna miss out on the third one. That's twice I could have capitalized on shit. And this is exactly right, because we get so distracted with everything else that's going on in your life, especially with the corporate plantation. At your corporate plantation, if you don't got a Robinhood account, go on Robinhood, go on your Google Play or iPhone, whatever, and download the Robinhood app, man. Stop bullshitting, download the shit, start researching, seeing what the fuck is going on. The reason why I'm telling you this shit is because it's very, very important. Because there's so much shit going on that's going on. It's flying right over black folks' heads. Like Elon Musk tweeted GameStop, and then GameStop app, the actual stock shot through the roof just because of his tweet. Robinhood shut down a lot of motherfuckers buying the goddamn stock because the stock went from $10 a share to $300. And I know a whole lot of black folk ain't make no money off of it, just like a whole lot of black folk didn't capitalize off of Kathy Hughes stock too. And it's like, it's our time to start capitalizing on this money and stop letting everybody else make this bread. And then you sitting around here talking about Kamala Harris is an AKA, and they gonna do a whole lot of shit for black folk. There comes a time where you gonna get tired of being a spectator of the game and you gonna get in the motherfucking game. That's real. Let me see if I can find something. I'm gonna play some audio and see what they talking about as far as GameStop is considered, man, because these are things that we need to know about, man. I know we can talk, RIP to Cicely Tyson as well. We lost a very good actor, a phenomenal actor as well, and RIP to her. But man, we got to be on top of this shit, man. Because it's time for black folk to start getting on top of their shit and stop letting everybody else and every other. You know how many racial groups is on that platform making bread and teaching each other? But when it comes to us, we looking at what kind of car a nigga drive before we want to learn anything from a nigga.
Story is stunning. The stock price for GameStop, which is a retail video game store, has been surging more than 600%. But it's the reason that this is happening that has everyone's jaws on the floor. Christine Romans, our chief business correspondent, is here with more. We're going to get to the bigger implications of this, I think, in a moment. But just explain to anyone who doesn't know what has happened, what is going on.
So this is, it's being sort of billed by the people who are doing it as a David versus Goliath thing, right? So you have this army of small traders who are using a Reddit message board called Wall Street Bet.
And Reddit, if I'm not mistaken, is Serena Williams' husband's company. See, these niggas is all making money, man. If I'm not mistaken, Reddit is Serena. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I know her husband got something to do with that shit, or not her husband, her baby father, whoever the fuck that white dude she with. And I know, I think that's his company. That's his company that he owns. And they're like a social media company. They do something. They put out articles. They probably do some bullshit. It's white folk, they could just make up a name and say they do something and they could be a millionaire. So you already know how they do it. But this is this company.
And they're putting pressure on the short sellers of GameStop. GameStop is a company that's not expected to make money this year. It's closing a lot of stores. It's had some trouble trying to restructure here. But you have this internet army that has made it a cause celeb and has driven the stock from like $17, $18 at the beginning of the year to, my last count was $302.
Did y'all hear that? $302. Now, how many black folk, including me, bullshitted on that? And when I was looking at GameStop, I was the main nigga saying, oh, they about to go bankrupt. Nigga, everything is digital. So I ain't even worried about it. And then my dumb ass, twice I missed out on the shit. Black folk, man, go get Robinhood, man. I don't care if your kid is 16 or 14. You better go get that shit and get his or her shit popping so they can know what the fuck it is, man. Because I'm telling you right now, motherfuckers could have, I could have easily, because the shit dropped to like $2, $3 a share. It was real cheap. I could have easily spent $250 and made $2,500 by now. probably $3,000 or $4,000 by now. But because a motherfucker's distracted and you're scared and this and that, you're like, well, Warren, that's a gamble. But if you diversify your portfolio, you still would have made some money. You had to put 250. You could have put $50 on it. Well, fuck it. If I take a loss, I can claim it on my taxes. Fuck, if they file bankruptcy, I can claim it on my taxes that I lost money. Whatever, but scared money don't make no money. And we distracted. We looking at shit that don't matter. Then you got the pandemic that they rubbing in your face every 5 minutes. Then if it ain't that, it's the presidency. Then you argue with your people because they divided. One motherfucker is a Republican, one motherfucker is a Democrat. How could you be for the Republicans? And all this bullshit. While that shit going on, I guarantee you all these senators and congressmen and all these other motherfuckers, I bet you they got stock in games. So I bet you them motherfuckers is making money off the stock market. Please believe it.
You can see it's just this morning. It's just been it's even more than that right now. It's gone up. It's up 100% this morning because these small traders are using these Reddit boards to talk up this stock. And so who's feeling the pain? Well, so far it's these big, rich hedge funds, these big investors who were selling this stock and didn't own it. The short sellers.
Exactly. So basically, when a motherfucker want to short a stock, you're basically selling the stock at a lower price, basically, if I'm correct, and betting that it's gonna fall. And you sell it for a lower price, and basically you're anticipating that, oh, it's gonna fall, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot. Like I said, I got the book right here. I'm gonna show it to y'all. I ain't read the book in about 3 or 4 years, but please believe me, when I saw GameStop go up, I said, let me get my Stock Tip for Dummies book and read over that shit again and start highlighting shit because, man, you always got to reference the books that you've read because you can't remember and ascertain everything and just, oh, let me remember that. So I had to go over there and get the book. I got it right here. I'll show it to y'all in a minute, but I'm like, damn, I could have made some bread. And what is happening is, just like the lady said, the motherfuckers at the bottom. Let me tell you, the motherfuckers at the bottom, the niggas like me, the day traders, because I'm not a day trader, I'm an investor. But the day traders, basically, which I would call gambling, these motherfuckers are the motherfuckers that are doing call options, put options, and stuff like that. And those are day traders. So that's not investing. Let's get that straight right now. And what happens is those motherfuckers are like, fuck that. We're going to go on a message board and talk up the stop and drive it up. Now, motherfucker, let me get a call option on this. Let me get a put option on that. That's different. That's stock lingo. And it's very difficult to understand. You got to really, really understand what's going on. It's basically day trading shit. And what is happening is billionaires is not feeling that shit. But let me tell you what billionaires going to do. Nigga, billionaires is homeboys, and they clicked in with the motherfucking SEC and the motherfuckers at the top. That's why Robinhood was like, nah, we shutting the platform down. You ain't buying no more GameStop stock. Fuck that shit. Because billionaires got power and you don't. Like the Merovingian said, a choice is an illusion between those with power and those without. The people with power is the Elon Musk, the Warren Buffetts, the Bill Gates, the Mark Zuckerbergs, the motherfucking Elon Musk's, the Elon Musk's. What's the other motherfucking name? The motherfucker from Amazon. That motherfucker, that bald head Marvin the Martian looking motherfucker too. Like, those are the motherfuckers that got the power. Those are the motherfuckers that pull the purse strings. So when they don't like what the fuck is going on, I was telling the motherfucker at the corporate plantation, I was like, watch, they finna come with some regulations because they don't like what the fuck niggas is doing. Because when you buck the system, they're gonna come with some type of way that they can move the goalposts so you can't buck the system. Where are the black folks at, that's like, okay, y'all need to invest in this next. We need to invest in that. Instead of fucking boycotting Gucci, motherfuckers need to be on this motherfucking stock shit and shorten stock like the rest of these motherfuckers is doing. That's what we need to be doing.
They're getting creamed by the little guy, so it's this really flip upside down. It's like an episode of Billions or paging Michael Lewis to write.
And you see, she said it's like an episode of Billions. I suggest everybody that has Showtime, go watch the show Billions. It's with Paul Giamatti. It's with, I forgot the dude's Damien. I forgot his last name. He's like from Ireland or some shit. He's a very good actor. He was on Homeland. And then he spun off and got his show called Billions. They stopped kind of recording in midair. I got to go research what's going on. But it's a very, very good show. and it gives you a different perspective on how billionaires and hedge funds and how they fucking work, and they do all kinds of shiesty shit and gully ass shit, and how they clicked in with people a part of the SEC, and you gotta go watch this shit. You know why I would say black folks need to watch it? Because it gives you a different perspective on how the stock market really works. Because we just think that it's all billionaire people, but you don't know why they're billionaires, how they got to be, and how they are able to stay that way because of the cheating. It all goes back to what the fuck Aunt Becky did with her child. She cheated to get her child in USC. And her child was like, I didn't want to go there. That's why. It's all about cheating. If you're not cheating, you're not winning.
To write the screenplay, because it's really interesting.
Yes, this is the next Hollywood blockbuster, The Big Short Squeeze, for sure. But in serious terms, there's questions about, is this legal? And also, Romans, little folks, you know, I don't mean little folks, I mean average people at home thinking about investing in this. What should they do? And I think, doesn't it signal something bigger here? The power of the individual to almost take down a huge hedge fund.
Exactly. So if these white boys could take that, that's why these billionaire hedge funds, they pissed off, because they were betting on GameStop closing. So what these day traders was like, nah, fuck that. So they went on there and started driving the motherfucking price up with call and put options. These are just things that we got to learn over time, man. We need to learn. And if you don't know it, go get a book. Go on YouTube. All you got to do is go on YouTube and write in stock tip for dummies. You know how many videos it is on stocks? Go listen to Dr. Boyce Watkins. He got the Black Business School. Go take some of his classes, man. You know what I'm saying? Go research the shit for yourself. Stop being out of the game. Any corporate plantation you work at, the majority of them are publicly traded. They're just not going to tell you that. They're publicly traded. So wherever you work at, they're publicly traded. Go buy their stock. Hey, what's happening, Wendy? I see you. For real, for real.
There's so many big threads, you're right. But also the idea that populism, trader populism on the internet could tackle these big hedge funds and the voice that they had together. The other thing, though, and what are regulators going to say about that? Because, you know, is that manipulation of a stock? This is not about the fundamentals of the company at all. This is about froth. You know, this is...
No, this is about cheating and doing what the fuck they want to do. Why niggas is up there arguing with each other about motherfucking Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
About exciting people and pushing the stock up almost as a game in a way. So I think that regulators will for sure take a look at this and see what they can do about essentially also the quiet parts of the internet where maybe we can't see where people are trying to talk about stocks and move.
Basically what she said was the billionaire people are going to get pissed off and they're going to call the SEC and the Federal Trade Commission, all these other motherfuckers, and then they're going to be like, y'all need to change this shit because we can't make the same money. And if you don't change it, we'll just make sure you're not in a position of power, and we'll make sure we'll drain whatever the fuck you got going on, and then we'll put somebody else here to do what the fuck we want. That's basically what she said in a nutshell.
In a certain direction. If you're a small investor, though, you should not be buying a stock because it's up 600% in 3 days. That's a very bad investment idea.
See? I'm telling y'all, man. That's it, man. Look, man. Y'all need to understand, man.
And they found themselves.
Y'all need to understand. Let me cut this shit
And
off.
then what happened?
Y'all need to understand. Look. Y'all niggas better wake the fuck up, man, and go get on this stock and stop fucking around. I'm telling you right now, man. This book right here. Stock tip. Stock investing for dummies. Go get this book, man. I don't know if y'all can see that shit, but go get this book. Very, very good book. It's very monumental and how I learned how to buy stock off Robinhood. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, you know, I got some shit highlighted, talking about calls and put options and shit like that. See, stuff that you learn on the internet, you can always find it in a book. And Dr. Claude Anderson talks about the stock. Like I said, in Black Labor, White Wealth, he talks about it. In Powernomics, he talks about it. We need an economic base, and motherfuckers need to start teaching each other what the fuck it is and stop bullshitting and playing games, man. I'm telling you right now, go do the research for yourself. Stop worrying about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and what the fuck they gonna do for black vote versus white. Get in the game. We can't use all of our time talking about what the fuck they doing while these motherfucking white people over here like, well, nigga, why y'all up there worried about Joe Biden and them, nigga? We about to go make some bread. You can worry about both. You can worry about Joe Biden, but you can still go download the Robinhood app and start buying you some stock. No matter what. Look, if you work at a place and let's say they're not publicly traded, look at the shit that they got at the job. Look at the shit that's around there. Look at the desk. Look at the shit, the pens, the paper, the shit. Everything is traded on the stock market. They exploiting you every day by shortchanging you for the work you do. The least you could do is learn what the fuck they got going on. Like at the corporate plantation, you see the phone Cisco. They have those phones Cisco. They at every corporate plantation. They're like they're black phones, and it says Cisco at the top. Go buy that stock. I bought it. It's like $25 a share. It's like $45 a share now. Come on, man. You just take a look around you. United Rental. United Rental. Those are the people that you rent the equipment, the trucks and the metal and all this other shit to do construction. Them shit's like $100 a share. Lowe's, you got so many things that's traded on the stock market, and I don't claim to know shit. I ain't no motherfucking expert, but I can tell you this. I'm telling you, if you invest over time, your shit'll double and triple. But if you're not investing, then how could you say you for yourself? You're not even investing in yourself. And look, don't go buy a stock and then 2 days later talk about, oh, nigga, Warren, you bullshit, nigga. I ain't even make no money, man. Well, nigga, did you fucking research what you bought? Did you go do the fucking logistics behind what the fuck you buying? Nigga, don't go buy no motherfucking stock in no motherfucking backyard boogie ass fucking corporation that's only been in business 6 months and you done put $1,000 on it and you ain't getting no money back. You're like, man, this nigga Warren. Nah, nigga. They tell you to do that shit. Do your research. Research the shit. Because I'm telling you, why these white folks making money on the stock market, niggas is up here arguing with each other about why they ain't vote for Joe Biden. Nigga, fuck a Joe Biden and fucking Kamala Harris. Nigga, go do the research for yourself and empower the people around you. Each one teach one. Because let me tell you something. I don't care if these white kids know about stock. Their parents know about it. And the majority of these parents, they gonna make sure that they kids is straight. It's called generational wealth. So don't be mad at motherfuckers that got generational wealth and you don't. You need to take those issues up with your parents. See, I had this conversation all the time. Motherfuckers don't really like what I had to say in my family. And I don't care. I'll tell you this right now. Hey, man. If you're not building generational wealth for your family and you watching everybody else that got generational wealth, you need to take that up with your parents. And be like, well, hey, man. Because I'm going to tell you right now, most other racial groups, they hustle so their kids have it easier than what they had. And then they teach that with their kids so they can have it with their kids. And then each generation, that's what's being taught. But with black folk, a lot of the times, we just been taught and socialized, go to school so you can do what? Get you a good job. You was never taught about the stock, mutual funds, IRAs. Come on, man. We got to wake up, man, and know what it is, man. I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Hey, man, I got to go. I'm way past the time that I normally in. I usually do these podcasts a lot earlier than that, but shit got held up. But anyway, man, I appreciate everybody listening. Hey, Wendy, like I said, what's happening with you, Wendy? Shout out to everybody that's out there, Shawnee, all y'all. Hey, man, do the research for yourself. Keep reading, researching. Y'all know what it is. If you tell a nigga about stock and a nigga start telling you, man, that's gambling. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.